I'm Gail.
Standing in the boardroom of what was once the Thompson Shipping Company, I watch as my family members, or rather, my soon-to-be subordinates, scramble in shock. The large, flat, screen TV is blaring breaking news. Novatech Enterprises acquires Thompson Shipping in a stunning takeover. The room is filled with a palpable sense of disbelief and chaos. My uncle, Henry, his face ashen, stammers, This is impossible. How could you do this? My cousin Lily, who always thought she was the queen of marketing with her fancy degrees, looks like she's seen a ghost. It all started years ago. I joined the Thompson Shipping Company, a 120-year-old family business. My parents, hard, working, and honest, always encouraged me to pursue my dreams in technology. But my Uncle Henry, a stubborn and power-hungry man, was the CEO. He and his wife, my Aunt Vera, who was the CFO just because of her marriage, ran the company like a fiefdom. They were stuck in the old ways, refusing to embrace any new technology. I was put in charge of operations. I saw the potential of digital transformation, automated systems, and data-driven decision-making. I proposed numerous projects to modernize the company, but Henry and Lily scoffed at my ideas. "This is a shipping company, not a tech startup," Henry would roar. Lily would add, "We've been doing it this way for generations. Why change?" Despite their opposition, I knew that if the company didn't adapt, it would fail. So, on the side, I started Novatech Enterprises. Over the past 6 years, I quietly built it into a technology and logistics powerhouse. I used the so-called failed projects at Thompson Shipping as beta tests for Novatech's systems. The quarterly family business meeting was a disaster waiting to happen. Henry sat at the head of the table, his face red with anger. "Your so-called modernization projects have cost us a fortune," he thundered. "We're bleeding money because of you." I tried to reason with him. The numbers show that these initiatives are saving us money in the long run. If you look at the industry trends, digital transformation is not a choice, it's a necessity. But my words fell on deaf ears. Henry slammed his fist on the table. "The board has decided. You're fired, effective immediately. Clear out your office by the end of the day." The board, made up of family members who never questioned Henry's authority, nodded in agreement. Vera couldn't hide her smug smile. But they had no idea what I had been building. As soon as Henry finished his tirade, I opened my laptop. "Actually, there's something you should see," I said calmly. The news headlines about the takeover flashed on the screen. Henry grabbed his phone, probably to call his lawyers. "The board would never approve this," he shouted. I smiled. "The board? You mean the family members you appointed, who have been selling their shares to my shell companies for the past 3 years? They approved it this morning, unanimously." I pulled up Novatech's company profile. Novatech currently controls 45% of global shipping logistics through our digital platforms. The acquisition of Thompson Shipping was the final piece of our expansion strategy. Lily protested, "But you've been working here, running our operations." I corrected her. "Every project you thought was a failure was a step towards revolutionizing the industry. While you were mocking me, I was building the future." I projected our financial statements. Novatech is worth far more than you can imagine. The Thompson Shipping acquisition is just a small part of our portfolio. As the realization dawned on them, I laid out the new rules. The old Thompson Shipping hierarchy is gone. You'll all start at entry-level positions and earn promotions based on performance. There will be no more family titles and inflated salaries. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of change. The old-fashioned boardroom was transformed into an open, planned innovation hub. The company's infrastructure was dragged into the digital age. Now, as my family members stand in front of me, looking uncomfortable in their new business, casual attire, I know that the best revenge was not just taking over the family business. It was showing them that the future belongs to those who are willing to adapt and innovate. Welcome to Novatech Enterprises, I say. Let's see if you're ready to learn and grow.